reload the gun? No other James Bonds would put up with this shit, and I'm certainly not.
Hello people, this is the first ever review, movie review of Dragon and Wolf are doing, but even the dragon's ass is not here, he's actually on vacation in New Zealand, so I'm actually joined with my brother, Luke.
Hello.
You'll probably hear from him a lot more because we'll probably be doing a lot more movie reviews.
Lucky you.
Yes, and SKYFALL, Mr. Bond, James Bond.
He's looking alright for a guy who's 50.
Oh, he's getting too old for this shit.
He's doing alright for a guy who, he doesn't...
Man, he looks like Mr. Potato Head.
Doesn't have a walking frame or anything. Yeah, what is with that, the potato head thing?
He's not an attractive man.
Oh.
Victor, you're very unattractive.
Yeah.
And no one will get that reference at all unless you've seen Fast Forward.
Oh, he's got a chest on him.
Yeah, he's got look, Daniel Craig. He's got a body, give him that, but he's not an attractive man.
He does look kind of like Prune Face in Dick Tracy mixed with Mr. Potato Head. That I can see. He's very scraggly. Like when people say he's got a scraggly face, and he kind of sounds like Prune Face. Actually, the more I say we kill Blofeld now. It's. Yeah,
but I'm getting mixed up with Prune Face and Mumbles.
But look, I gotta say, despite in 2005 when they first cast him, I thought, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, blonde-haired, blue-eyed James.
What the fuck is going on here?
Which still people do find hard to. Yeah,
even now it is kind of still strange, but his performance in this movie was pretty fucking cool.
Oh, I've got to say, he's a great James Bond.
He's really come to this when people talk about the Batman reboot and all this. Bond, I still think Bond has sort of done even to this day. I kind of wish Casino Royale kind of had been a prequel rather than a reboot.
In some ways, you can look at it as a prequel.
You can.
In some
ways. How fucked up is the timeline?
Oh,
if you do it that way.
But if you're going through all the James Bond timeline, it is all over the place.
But as in, I've actually thought I'm kind of one of the weird. I actually even preferred his. He was great in Casino Royale. I thought he was even better in Quantum of Solace.
But he's far better in this.
And in this one, he's pretty close to Sean Connery level. Like, really, the humour, for me to say that, because Sean Connery and me, I would have his...
Well, you are a Bond expert compared to me. I mean, I have enjoyed James Bond for many years, but you have literally grown up on it.
Well, to me, there's always sort of two sort of forms of Bond. There's the 20...
James Bond and James Bond Jr. No,
there's the 22 movies and Moonraker. That's sort of the way I've always... Cause
or Star Wars, as you want to call it.
The bad ones, I've sort of always enjoyed... even Die Another Day or...
Moonraker's enjoyable.
Yeah, it is.
Very stupid, but...
But at the end, it's the only movie...
It's not a James Bond movie.
At the end, after Q goes, I think he's attempted re-entry, sir.
But that's the best thing from the film.
That's probably one of the best bits.
Song's dreadful.
I just go, oh, it's not as bad as the one out of Octopussy.
Oh,
we're talking about Roger Moore,
I've lost track of what's what.
But as in terms of Skyfall...
yeah, we should actually talk about this film. James Bond versus the Joker.
One thing the Bond movies have been lacking, I still think, up until this film, since GoldenEye, the bad guys have been pretty bad. No, well, not pretty bad.
Bad guys have been bad.
Really, really awful. But yeah, I can't even remember the last two bad guys were just
very generic.
Fucking. I don't understand,
especially in Quantum
of Solace.
Dreadful. That was bad.
It was kind of more like he was more like a whining bitch.
What was the guy in Casino? LeChuck?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Le Chiffre with a bad eyeball.
If you have not played Monkey Island, you have no idea what that fucking reference was. I actually did fuck that. LeChuck, Le Chiffre, same shit.
Yeah. In fact, I think he was a big LucasArts fan.
I could just see this great big ghost pirate and Bond.
I'm shaking my skirt. But yeah, all the elements are in this one that have sort of been a bit lacking in the last few, in my opinion. Like the humour, the characteristics. In fact,
Q.
Yeah. What did you think of Q? I actually haven't asked you about that.
I thought, instead of it being an old man who did the role amazing for so long, but it is a modern day, so it makes sense to be a young Q.
There's a lot,
and they even make reference to it, make jokes of it.
I mean, there is a lot of respect in this movie. That's the one thing, fucking respect is earned, man. Like the,
hell's that?
It's it's the leader scene of
I've
Godfather.
never seen that fucking film. Yes, I've never seen Godfather. Hate me for it.
Well, I can't even remember Godfather, but I remember I did.
It's overrated. It's overrated.
Yeah,
I agree with Peter Griffin.
Yeah, it's nowhere near as good as what's a really crappy gangster movie? Dick Tracy. There you go, Dick Tracy.
People like
Prune
Dick
Face.
Tracy.
Yeah, with I think Daniel Craig was in that movie.
You should have been. Mumbles.
Yeah, he does mumble a bit, actually. That's the one thing about Bond.
When you were saying Prune Face, I was just picturing... What the hell was his name? Oh, for God's sakes. Who played Mumbles?
Dick Tracy?
No, Mumble.
Dustin Hoffman. Oh, right.
God, I just picture him just... like Beaker or some shit.
Beaker, yeah.
Beaker is James Bond.
Beaker is Bond. Now that would... Well, Beaker is Bond. That would be a good poster for him.
Maybe Daniel Craig should play
Craig's
Beaker.
eyes are a bit like Beaker when they go wide.
He has smoke coming out of his ears. And Q is Bunsen.
Yeah, no, M will be the Bunsen Honeydew.
How about we
I really don't want to think about
What about Adele's song, Skyfall? What do you think? I actually, for once, they got it right.
Yeah,
for a
that
long
was,
time.
I can't even remember the last Bond song I thought that
I
was
like
a good
World's
Bond
Not
song.
Enough.
Yeah, that would be the last
Die
song.
Another Day? Brilliant!
Look,
No, that's true.
I got no fucking defense for that. The three films I really look forward to.
I like how
year.
they impersonate Home Alone in this too.
Yeah, that's come.
You won't know how to clue until you see the
I was
film.
laughing. Yeah, funnily enough, somebody said that the other day.
Kevin McAllister
and
was it?
somebody got really defensive about that.
It was Home
really
Alone.
defensive.
James Bond pulls a Home Alone. It's
and
weird.
Turned around and said, "Listen, there were more home traps before what's his name? Macaulay Culkin came along. In fact, people did that all the time. Back in World War II.
Back in my day.
Apparently, in World War II, thieves were trying to break into apartments, and the best way to take care of them was to spend a fortune.
Well, you need to set up like paint cans and shit like that. That's the only thing that was missing.
Yeah,
have a giant tarantula.
Yeah, I mean, look, everyone thought about Home Alone because
You can't,
really,
it's just-
who doesn't watch a Bond film and not think Home Alone? Because they go hand in hand.
It fits in with this thing. I mean, as soon as you see the scene, you're like, yeah, Home Alone.
Yeah, well, I always wanted to see Macaulay Culkin in a Bond film.
Baddie. What do you think of the baddie? I honestly can't remember his name.
Silvio.
That's
Silver.
Wasn't he the baddie in Karate Kid 3?
Yeah, that's right, John Silver, Terry Silver. He put on this crane crap in the movie.
What?
That's right, yeah. Mr. Bond?
People have no... If you don't get any of these fucking film
please,
references...
your audience would have seen
I'd
Karate
Kid
Kid 3.
I don't know. Some of them are stupid.
Yeah.
Most of them are stupid. But
Yes. Yeah, I'm one of them.
J.R. Bett's never seen it. Actually, which I want to bring up, whoever did the cinematography
well, they say
has to win Academy Award, as far as I'm
they
concerned.
did
looks stunning.
say he's going to be nominated for a
No, should win it. Fuck The Hobbit, I'm sorry. I haven't even seen that film, but...
Well, The Hobbit, from what I've seen,
it's effects, yeah. This is actually filmed in location and
also
set up.
It's not
stunning.
it's not like... Look, I mean, from what I've seen in the Hobbit trailer, it's sort of the same shit as Lord of the Rings. Like,
yeah, but I mean, as you said, but a lot of it's all...
Well, it's
all fake.
Don't you reckon...
Fake, Prometheus, the environment's fake.
Yeah, well, look...
Shit. But at least with Skyfall, you can see they actually went to locations, they set it up, and it looks amazing. He should definitely, whoever did it, should win the Academy Award.
I mean, the other thing is, this doesn't really look like another Bond film. In a weird way. Like, that's...
The end when you got the whole fire going and you see silhouettes and stuff, it looks great.
Fire
really
going, spoiler alert.
No, there's no fire going. It's Bond. Naturally, there's going to be explosions and fire going everywhere.
Oh, who would have thought there'd be fire at the end of a Bond film?
The MGM logo.
That was fucking awesome. I gotta say, when that started, I was like, "What's going on here?"
So
they introduced this new MGM logo.
The same line.
And I'm like, what the fuck is? I'm like, what's going? It started off, and then basically, can I spoil the MGM logo? Will people really complain?
I don't think it's going to matter. It is a line.
People turn around and go, "Oh, geez, I didn't know that was coming." It basically comes out of the throat of the MGM logo and comes back. And look, I know you're out there saying, so what? But really, you're going to be sitting in that cinema going, that is fucking cool.
It's a line.
In fact, Skyfall's already the best Bond film.
I reckon they should change that for the Cowardly Lion. The Cowardly Lion should replace the MGM line.
The Cowardly Lion should just be in every film.
Put 'em up.
The cowardly lion would
Should have been
awesome
James Bond
Yeah. Listen, Blofeld, I'm scared.
I just want to see the do-do-do, and he's him running. That
would
jumps out the window.
Yeah, that would be cool. And
I didn't bite him.
then the bad guy can turn around and go, "You've always had courage." It's a Bond.
How can they put a medal on him?
The truth. They're the truth, But yeah, Bond.
I'm just picturing the cowardly lion with that crown and that medal on. I have courage. Nug. This is the end.
And Judi Dench looking around going, what the fuck is he doing?
Wait, out of 5, what would you give this?
Oh.
Not the review, the actual film.
The review I'd give half.
Yeah, I would.
But the film I'd give 4.5.
I would
pretty close to 5.
Almost a perfect. I'd say 4.5.
close.
There's just something that maybe over time it becomes a 5. Maybe it becomes a 3. I don't know, but
yeah,
at the moment,
I would. It's
really, really good.
That's a reference to Caddyshack, in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah, Skyfall. But that's it. Thank you for listening, people. Hopefully Jay will get his ass back, and hopefully we can actually do more of these eventually.
No, what?
The Hobbit movie next.
Oh yeah, the
What comes out after this?
Hobbit,
that we'll probably see.
That you and me will see.
Yeah.
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock. Yeah, no, we'll do Hitchcock.
Thousands of people will be waiting.
We'll do Hitchcock. So good evening. That's a good way. Actually, Anthony Perkins, Hitchcock. There you are. Good way to end it, people.
I'll dress in drag for it.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will. In fact, I'll bring in a skeleton.
Maybe you just dress as Hitchcock.
I'll do it in the show.
Fuck.
We should both do it in the show.
No.
Okay, that's the end of the review.
Goodbye, people. Thanks for listening.